Germany has rebutted reports of snubbing India as a G7 guest for its stance towards Russia. In fact, sources have confirmed the news to WION's principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibbal. Sources reveal that Berlin has informally intimated Delhi about its intent to invite India to the G7 summit. Moreover, India is soon expected to receive a formal invite from Germany. The G7 summit is due to take place from the 26th to the 28th of June this year. Germany is the chair of the grouping for this year and holds the meeting amid Russia's invasion of Ukraine. This will be the fourth time that India will be consecutively invited for the G7 summit since 2019. Earlier, it was rumored that Germany was weighing in on whether or not to invite India. The reason given was India's reluctance to condemn Russia for the war in Ukraine. As a matter of fact, India was among more than the 50 countries that abstained from a United Nations vote to suspend Russia from the UN Human Rights Council. Moreover, India has not imposed sanctions on Moscow. India is a major buyer of Russian weapons, which it needs to deter its neighbors China and Pakistan. It is also a significant buyer of Russian energy and oil because of the cheaper cost. In fact, on Monday, the US President told the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi that America stands ready to help India diversify its energy imports. But as a matter, it's not just India which has come under the scanner for its relationship with Moscow. This year's G7 host, Germany, has also been criticized by Ukraine and Poland for its continuing reliance on Russian energy imports, even though G7 nations have rallied to limit trade and investment with Russia. Many governments have been reluctant to do so, and these include countries in Latin America, Africa, Asia, and West Asia. But shifting focus back to the upcoming G7 summit, Germany will not only invite India, but also Senegal, South Africa, and Indonesia. In fact, this year's G7 host has had close ties with New Delhi. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar visited Munich in February, the security conference. During his visit, he met his German counterpart. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi also is expected to visit Germany in early May for the 6th intergovernmental consultation. This will also be the first in-person meeting between Prime Minister Modi and the new German Chancellor. The then German Chancellor had visited India in 2019 for the 5th such consultation. Our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibbal, getting us more. Take a look.
Germany has indicated its intent to New Delhi for the invitation for the big G7 summit. The summit takes place later this year in the country, and it is happening, of course, in the shadow of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. So this is something that's going to dominate the agenda. There are other countries who are expected to also be invited as the guest, and G7 forms a crucial component of the global architecture, global governance. We know G7 has also evolved into G20 after the 2008 economic crisis, and this is for the fourth consecutive time that India is being invited. India was first invited for the 2019 French G7 summit, where, of course, the Indian Prime Minister had that famous bilateral with the then President of the United States, Donald Trump. Then, of course, US was keen to invite India, but that year the COVID pandemic happened. The summit could not happen. Last year it was the UK's chance for the G7 summit, and it hosted the summit, but India could not participate because of the second wave of the deadly COVID pandemic here in India. And this year again, the German side is keen to invite New Delhi. Of course, there are reports which were seen of the German side, in fact, thinking about the invitation because of New Delhi's stance on the Russia-Ukraine war. Now, that is something that has been clarified by the German government, saying that it is basically not true. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Sibbal for WION in New Delhi.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.